Welcome everybody to another edition of Dan's Grand Valley Railroad. Hey everyone, just wanted to share a short video with you this week. I want to go over some of the stuff I got at the Rocky Mountain Train Show, which was a couple of weeks ago, and what I plan to do with that stuff. Now, I was hoping to do one of the projects today, which I'll get to in a minute, but I don't have the right tools, so that's going to have to be put on the back burner for right now. But we do have some fan feature photos to share with you guys coming up here in a little bit. But first, like I said, I want to talk about the stuff that I got at the Rocky Mountain Train Show. Right now, it's kind of interesting. I don't usually do this. I've got a consist running with the lead loco in the front and the rear one there in the back, which is powered and pushing. So that's a pretty good feat, because usually when you're pushing on these 18-inch curves, you end up with problems, usually derailments, because if the locos aren't exactly speed matched, then one is pushing harder than the other or not as hard as the other, you can have problems. So right now it's telling me these are speed matched pretty darn well, and so far it's been going for about 10 minutes without an issue. Now, of course, that being said, and the camera's rolling, I'm totally expecting something to go wrong, but right now it's doing okay. So that's kind of a cool deal, right? All right, well, with that being said, let's get on over to the bench and I will show you the goodies that I got at the train show. I didn't go hog wild. I just got a few things, and I want to share those with you now. So let's head over to the bench. All right, guys, over here on the bench, I want to show you some of the stuff I got here from the train show. And neighbor Mike and I like the part where it's more like a flea market or a swap meet, where you get the used items, usually for very cheap. For instance, I got this little truck here for $2. It's plastic, it's hollow inside, but it's a little more sturdy than your typical plastic ones. Late 40s, early 50s. I'm sure you guys would be able to spot that right away. I should be able to tell you what it is, but I don't know. Look at the front end on that. If I had to guess, a Ford, maybe a 51, something like that. Don't know. And then I got this one. This is definitely 40s with that front end there. I couldn't tell you if that's a Dodge or a Ford or what. But I thought that was cool. This one was $6. It's metal. It is metal. And I thought that was cool. What I liked about it is it has a trailer hitch. So remember this little boat trailer I got at the diecast store here in Parker? 3 items for 99 cents. And there was no boat with this, but I thought, dude, that is a 187 scale boat trailer. Happens to fit right on there with a little bit of, I sanded it a little bit and got a drill bit through there, but it works pretty well. So at least I've got a truck that's pulling an empty boat trailer around town anyway. So I got those. Then this was $10. This is an Oxford. This is a GM Buick Century. Is a 55 police car. Remember how I've wanted a police car? Now this is a highway patrol, California Highway Patrol. So I guess my Grand Valley, I never really thought of it. I know it's in the Southwest, but now I guess it's in California, or the CHP is passing through. But maybe it's southeastern California, kind of out there in the desert, sort of by Nevada, that kind of thing. Arizona. So anyway, we've got a police car now. That being said, I have a Woodland Scenics lighted police car. This was cheaper than they are if you go to the store now. It was $24. I may have paid $22 or $20 for it. I can't remember. I'll have to dig up the receipt. But I decided to go ahead with that. The problem with it is once you set it somewhere, you pretty much have to leave it there because it's lighted. But I thought it would be cool with the red light, and supposedly the headlights work and everything. So I grabbed that. That's going to be cool. And so that one is a local town police. It doesn't really say a town on it, just says police. So that's going to be kind of cool, actually. So I've got a couple of police cars now. Then what else did I get? Okay, I grabbed these guys. Now these are, again, Woodland Scenics. These are the Just Plug street lights. They were a little bit on sale. 3 for $20. And what I like about them is they have really long wires, real long wires. And then they come with this little dealy here where you can push the little terminal, and you push them down and you put all the wires in there. And then, so for like, you put all 3 wires in here, and then it has the Just Plug on it, which would go into your light hub. So like right here. So now what I wanted to show you guys is, let me grab, well, I have one here. See this street light right here? This is what I've had for a long, long time. This is what I was intending on putting in my downtown area. These are not Woodland Scenics. They just are, they have this little short little wire, and that's why I've been reluctant to do it, because it's not really long enough to get from the street all the way down to under my table. So I'm going to have to extend these wires. I'm going to have to solder some wires on here and extend them. But just for testing purposes, I wanted to plug it into the light hub. Now you can see I don't have any power to this light hub. I don't have it plugged into the power box or anything. So this was another thing I got. This is a battery case. It was $6. It holds 2 9-volt batteries, and what's cool about it is you can have that power source anywhere you want. So here's how it comes. I already put 2 cheapo little batteries in it that I had laying around, but here's the Just Plug part. So this will essentially power one of these hubs, and then get it all the way in there, and then you've got power. So it'll power all of these. And so now you can see this, one of my older street lights works just perfectly well with this. So I'm rethinking because here's my issue. I got 3 of these, so 2 packs, 6 of them. I kind of need a few more than that around my downtown. I can do with 6. I'll take you over to the layout in a second and we'll talk about it. But these are kind of nice. They have glass bulbs on top and thing. They're not quite as cute as these guys, but I can use these elsewhere as well. And I'll show you kind of what I'm thinking. Here is the package. Now, I've had these for years. There are 10 of them in this package, and they came with resistors. Now, the nice thing, and I believe this is correct, with the Just Plug and using the lighting hub, you don't need to worry about resistors. It takes care of it automatically for you. Where if I was just going to power these with 12 volts, my power supply, I would have to wire in the resistors for each one of these, which was what I was considering doing, because I'm going to have to extend these anyway with the wires. So I think if I just go into the hub like this, I won't have to worry about that. So anyway, that's it. That's everything I got from the show. So let's go back over to the layout, and I want to show you what I'm thinking about with the street lights, and get your ideas and see what you guys think. Okay, back over here on the layout, you can see I've got the light hub and the batteries here just sitting here, but I've got one of those older street lights sitting right here. It's leaning against the building, but you can kind of get the idea of how it would look. So with the Woodland Scenics ones, I only got 6. I was thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one on each corner, one here, one there, 1, 2, 3. So one on each corner, one in the middle of the block, both blocks here where the fire hydrants are, and then one in that little corner right there in front of the market. So like right there. So that would be 5. And then one right over here along the park, maybe right here, or right where this entrance is between the fences, or maybe right here. Could do it that way. Or I could do 4. I could do mid-block, corner, mid-block, end of the block. That's 4. And then one in the middle of each of these entrances for the little park. So you guys think about that and tell me what you'd like to see. That comes to what I was telling you earlier is I wanted to get to this project today, but one of the problems is my long drill bit is a 3/16, and that is way too big for these little lights. By the time I drill down through here, I'll have such a big hole that heck, the whole light will slip down in there. I want a small drill bit, but I need it to be long. So I'm going to go to the store today and get a nice long 12-inch, probably 8-inch drill bit that'll go all the way through to the bottom, and then I can feed my wires down through there. Hopefully I won't have trouble doing that. A lot of times without the conduits, like I told you before, how I do the conduits, which this is going to be such small work that I really don't want the conduits because of the base of these guys. If I use a conduit, I'm going to have to get some pretty small ones, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I think I'm just going to do drill bit. If I have to, I'll tape the wires to it and pull the drill bit through to get them down to the bottom. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, but I need to get that smaller drill bit today. So hopefully by next video, I'll have some lights in here, and I'll definitely document how I do it. So that's the project. If you guys will let me know kind of what you think, let me get this out of the way so you can kind of see the downtown area. If you'd like to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 street lights and 1 right here maybe, or here, or 4 and 2. Now, the other street lights that are like this, I should mention, the older ones. Now, if I just go with these, I have 10, so I could do more lights. So that's another question. Should we just go with these guys? Go with the just plugs? There are other places I can use these. We could put a couple down here by the diner on the sidewalk, maybe across the street in front of the gas station. I've already got those lights on the docks, so I don't really need them there. I've got one here at the station. Could possibly put one here. So a lot of possibilities. So let me know what you guys think in comments, and that'd be great. So we'll get to that project soon. Okay, with that being said, it is time for fan featured photos. If you have some photos or anything you want to share with me, photos of you with some Dan's Grand Valley merchandise, hat or cup, or if you want to just share some progress with your layout. It doesn't have to be a Grand Valley. It can be whatever you'd like, whatever you're working on. Send it to dansgrandvalley@gmail.com. And we will feature it right here, just like these guys. Check it out. Okay, the first one comes to us from Sean S. He has shared some photos with us before. He's doing the Grand Valley and he's modifying it. You can see he has an over and under here rather than the cross. But he also has a large span in the back that's going to go over some water over there. So he needs a larger bridge to accomplish that. So he picked up the Walthers Pratt Truss Bridge, which he's showing us. He's in the middle of building here. It's got a nice work area, nice bench there, and he's putting that bad boy together. That looks really nice. That's going to be an interesting feature on the Grand Valley when that's done. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Here he's got it gluing up and clamped up there. So, Sean, looking good, man. Thanks for sharing. Share some more with us when you get further on. Okay, the next submission comes from Rob S. Rob's been doing a Grand Valley Plus layout. He's been watching a lot of YouTube videos, getting help from guys like Copter Dude and Mark Swiotley, and a lot of those guys doing the Grand Valley Plus. His interesting take on it is he's doing it in OO scale rather than HO scale. And he is fascinated with European style trains. So he's modeling it from the 20s to the 50s era with European steam locos and passenger coaches. So that's pretty cool. You can see here he's running the NCE Power Cab, and he's got some coaches there in the back that look pretty cool. So Rob, thanks a lot for sharing with us. Appreciate it. There were a lot more photos, but I could only share a few. Looking forward to your progress as you get closer to getting done. So thanks again for sharing. All right, and our old friend Rob G sent us a few videos. He's got a switcher going around on his Grand Valley, and he is at the point where he is laying some feeds and also working with True Track rather than the Atlas track because he was having some crossing issues. So it looks like he's got a nice switcher making the rounds there, looking good. So thank you for sharing, Rob. Always good to see your progress. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for sending in your photos to share with everybody. I really appreciate that. And that is all we have time for this week. Like I said, hopefully I will get to those street lights by next week. And boy, that would be a milestone because I've been meaning to do those for a long, long time. Would be nice to finally get those in. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Give me some comments about the street lights if you would. That would be awesome. I love to read your comments and answer your questions if you have any. Feel free to email also if you have questions. I try to get back to everybody that emails. So until next video, that's it. Take care. See you next video.